Good afternoon, morning. Alex here from the Grey Bearded Gardener. So today I'm going to, as I predicted that I would, I have bought a substantial array of secateurs. As I've said before, I'm a little bit of a geek with things. I just like things that work nicely. I like automatic watches, multi-tools. I just kind of quite like nice things. So I haven't used them extensively, but I'm going to go through what I've got so far, and it might help you. I mean, I haven't spent loads, like huge amounts of money, but you might be able to sort of go straight to one thing, or it might help you if you're looking to make a decision. I've got a bit of comparison stuff. So I'm just going to tilt the camera forward first of all and show you. Like, I've got a little array of stuff here. And I'll hold each one up. So I did this previously very briefly. I've also got a little sharpening thing here because I'm going to try something out. So the first brand that I started buying was Darlac, and I purchased these. Now these are their small secateurs. These come from Amazon. I bought them for 99, like around £10. Now I don't know what I've cut with them, but I'm just going to try this now. I think I must have put a small nick in them, because when you first open them they sort of catch, but that is entirely not their fault and no reflection on the company whatsoever, because obviously if I've been thick, that is entirely my fault. Now also, Darlac is a British company, or an English company, and they are part of Leonard. Leave it. Dogs always. We get frogs in our garden, and he's a terrier type dog, and he's just obsessed with them. So they're actually under Mr. Fothergill's, the people that do the seeds, and I really like that. I think it's really good, and I think that they do offer good, fair value really for a good product for a fair price. But I seem to have dinged these. I'll just put a little burr or something on it somewhere. So what I'm just doing is I also bought one of these little sharpening stick things, and what I'm doing is just doing it from the front side of this, at the same angle that it's already cut at. So I'm just sharpening off this bit, and just cleaning up this sort of main cutting edge, and then the back is actually flat. So what I'm going to do is clean this up, and then literally I'm not sharpening the other side. I'll just sort of like knock the burr off the back very gently, so I can feel that's actually quite sharp there, and that feels okay. Right, so these are really good. I really like these bits, and these are quite small. But they feel like. I mean, I literally I don't think I've got particularly big hands. I'd say medium. They're sort of wide but not big. If I put my hand around it, you can see like I could literally just encase the whole thing. But sometimes, ow. Okay, so probably there's the problem. I've just gone too close to it and just clamped it down on my hand. Probably maybe a little bit too small for me. However, they are very, very nice. They feel very solid. Now, got this pouch, which has got a clip on the back. This was Amazon. This is leather. It's all real leather. You can tell when something's leather. And leather's, I think, really good because it's really hard wearing and it's really it sort of ages nicely. So at this point, I was thinking I really liked the smaller ones. So again, Darlac. Everything is Darlac apart from what I'm going to show you kind of at the end. So I thought, oh, I really like the small ones, but again, possibly have gone too small. So these are the expert pruners. Don't know what you need to see there. These are the expert pruners. Maybe slightly higher quality, I'm not sure. They lock differently. They have this thumb lock here. I've had to oil it a bit to get it going. But you can do that with one thumb quite easily, with one hand. Again, I really like these. I think probably better for smaller hands now in retrospect, but it's all learning, and again, this is what I'm trying to share my experience. So there's the two small, really small ones. All parts are replaceable. Now, Darlac and Felco both give a lifetime, and I'm sure other companies, but both give it. See what that one stops there? You know, only the first time, and then it's okay. So Darlac and Felco both give a lifetime guarantee on there, or lifetime warranty. Obviously, I'm sure it comes with some conditions, so you'd need to check that out. But so those are those two things that I've got. Both really good, really nice. These, I kind of gave a bit of a bad press before because they came with a really dislocking mechanism. I don't like it. It's loosened now and I've oiled it and everything. I mean, to be honest, you could not do it with one hand when it first arrived. However, they are super sharp, and I'm sure if you were doing small pruning, these would, you know, if you're cutting like really detailed stuff, these would be great, and are great. I've cut stuff with them already. They're the ever sharp ones, Kenton Stowe snips. I think they're made in England, which is really nice. We don't tend to manufacture tons and tons of stuff, so it's nice, you know, it's nice when we do. So, big guns. I do like to have nice stuff, like I've already said. So, the more I've looked into it, the more people are recommending, among other higher end brands, but you know, up to sort of 50 quid-ish. A lot of people, the default option is Felco. There are some Japanese brands around that as well, etc, etc. So I've already got Darlac Expert Large, which is these. I've done a very brief review on these before. They've had a bit more use now. So they're very good. I don't know if I put that closer to my mic. You know, they're engineered quite nicely. I believe these are made in Taiwan or somewhere like that under Darlac's specifications. These have got a slightly different thing here because it's got a double lock so that you can have it so it opens smaller for smaller hands, or open it right up for bigger hands, or bigger, you know, stuff, I suppose. They do when you first put it in, unless you squeeze it really tight, they sort of open up a little bit. I also added on a Temu order this leather holster, which is fine. Put your belt through there, pretty basic stuff. That goes in there, spot on. So that was good. So these are about $23.99 I got these for. You can't, obviously prices vary wherever you go, but I got these for $23.99. This was like about less than £3. So we're talking less than £27 for this setup. Now, as I've said already, the Darlac ones have got a lifetime warranty. I know I bought a bit of stuff and I get a bit excited, but I do try and buy things that I will keep and use for life and etc. So as these parts are replaceable, just unscrew this. They actually come with pretty much the same tool as the Felco. So you can take all this apart, you can change this blade, you can sharpen this blade. You know, don't use them for anything stupid. You know, if you're gonna try and cut through a massive branch and apply ridiculous amounts of pressure and use like some sort of clamp or something and really grind down on it, then they're going to break, and that would be your fault if you were to do that. But for doing jobs, I mean, I've just chopped this off down the end. I actually chopped it off with the really small ones, but you can see like that's the Darlac one. That's the cut. Very clean. Little bit of effort. I'll put those back in there. Now these Felcos have just arrived this morning. These were, I think on like special offer, I think I've just paid like about £52 for that. Now they look almost identical. I think maybe maybe they're like 1/4 of an inch, so about 6 or 7 mil shorter. I think it might be 10 mil actually. They're 5 mil shorter, the Felcos. But they look very, very similar. I would say that this blade has arrived, and you can feel how sharp it is. It's like a good cook's knife or something. It's like, or a fishing hook. It's sticky, sharp. And again, I don't know if you can hear that. It feels sharp, sounds sharp. Does it feel different to these? Let me see. Not really. So basically, okay, let's see if we can do the same cutting things. I'm going to put this up here. Let's see if it. I'd say the experience again is pretty. That's a knot there. Or maybe getting slightly thinner there. I'd say the experience is very similar, to be honest. Exceptionally clean cut. I mean, I think the reason that I just like to compare different stuff. I think that's the reason why I like to get the different tools for reference. Actually, it's gotten slightly thinner, but just to show you, the Darlac small. Wow. Oh, sorry, that was the Darlac Expert small. The Darlac small, they actually go through better. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it is getting a bit short. I don't know. Don't think this is really what these are for. I don't even know if I should try. It probably would go through if I forced it to, but I don't think that's the idea. So I'm not going to do that. So the gist of it is, this is what, this was not that expensive. They can go up to about 30 quid, but this is a Felco case as well. It was like £17. I think these were 52. Well, it's £17.99 actually. So you're talking basically, for this setup, Felco, 70 quid. For this setup, Darlac, about 27 quid. £43 difference. Now, if you buy once, you buy them for, and both should last pretty much a lifetime, unless you lose them, I suppose. 40 quid difference. Are they better? Don't know. I mean, you're not gonna, definitely I'm not expecting anyone to go, oh, you got Felcos. Cool. So you're not gonna, I don't think you get any credibility from having these ones. I think I just wanted to try them. Case is probably a bit thicker. It's whatever you want to buy, isn't it, really? I mean, you're going to have medium to large hands to have either of these tools. Darlac ones, they're really good. They're going to be the same. The Felco, I mean, a million people can't be wrong with it. They're everybody's go-to for years. Professionals, gardeners. And they are really nice. They're really good. I'm really glad I got them. I don't think I'll be buying, I'm going to try not to buy any more now. I'm going to try and make these last. But you know, I think nice tools make doing jobs a pleasure. Like, they're nice every time you get some out. I mean, we've got some like Audi ones, and obviously they'll do a job and whatever, but you know, good things are not every time you get them out and you got them in your hand. I mean, these are just, it's a good product. They're both good, really good products. Both got lifetime warranties, both replaceable parts. Felco offer a service where you can send them back to a service centre. But if you go on Darlac's website, it's just good common sense stuff. They'll say, like, you know, they'll help you out if they can, sort of thing. But if you've mucked it up, or if you've done something stupid, then you know, they sort of, I think it's the gist of it is you're the best judge of whether you want to send your stuff back to them or not. So because, just be honest, don't it? When if you've done something ridiculous with them, then they're going to call you out on them. If you've just, you know, if you're just gonna, if you just want to have a check of them, or they, I don't know if they do the servicing thing, but if you're just going to send them back because you know something's gone a bit wonky or whatever, and they can help you out, then I'm sure they will. So it really comes down to what you want. This looks more forged. I don't know if that's a thing. This is kind of like, as opposed to this, looks a lot more finished. I mean, do you want to spend 40 quid more on something? Personally, I did. I mean, from 40 quid I got to try them out. That's my main thing. I'll be using probably these ones for a little while, but I would have no problem at all if I'd have just stuck to these. Having now tested them both, I can't say that one is far superior to the other. So yeah, hopefully that's useful. Hopefully, you know, if you're wondering which ones to get, I've been able to help you out with that. There's not huge amounts of difference. If money is the deciding factor, then go with these. If you want some higher end and a bit more, maybe more respected, I suppose, go for these. You're not going to go far wrong, I don't think, with either. I mean, I haven't exactly put them through their paces, but like I say, with a bit of care, oiling, and you can take them apart and whatever, you're not going to go far wrong with either. I think, to be honest. I hope that was helpful. Have a great day, and see you on the other side. Grey Bearded Gardener. Please like and subscribe. Bye.